Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Next Goal Wins. The West Ham Leicester game's just finished and Leicester won 2-1. Unbelievable, we never win in London. Let's talk about it now. So yeah, as I just said, the game's just finished. West Ham 1, Leicester City 2. What a performance, defensively in the second half and attacking at the end of the first half. I mean, you can't really ask for any more as a City fan. So we've won the first two games, top of the league again, it's unbelievable. Let's talk about the game though. So we started off pretty poorly, to be honest. We came out of the blocks slowly, which compared to what we've done in the previous weeks and the end of last season really isn't like us. I mean, usually we come out strong, score early goals and we go from there, but this game wasn't like that. We took time to settle in and adapt, and once we had settled in we really started to grow into the game. But yeah, West Ham had a few early chances. First few minutes actually, we had a cross come in, headed on to his own bar by Morgan trying to defend it, just went over, and we were really lucky. There were a few instances like that in the first 20 minutes where we looked really shaky and I was sure we were going to concede. But yeah, anyway, ball comes then later, Mahrez picks it up, Drinkwater, a bit of interchange, ball goes out wide to Vardy on the left channel, cuts inside on the left, cross in, lovely little dink. Okazaki's running in between two defenders in the box, picks it up, lovely volley first attempt, Adrian saves it, but as he falls, ball loops back in the air, Okazaki goes past the keeper, we know he tries hard, wins the header, it's in, it's 1-0. Delirious scenes from the away fans and from me at home watching it. It was unbelievable. I mean, 1-0 up against West Ham, you think it's dreaming, and then not too much longer later, 10 minutes, we were in the ascendancy for that whole 10 minutes. We were pushing, we were driving, looking for that goal. It looked certain to come, and then it did come, amazingly. Ball gets crossed into the box, lovely ball by Albrighton, ball crossed into the box, Mahrez smashes it into the top corner of the net. I mean, what a goal, Mahrez, what a player he is, what a kind of player we've got for such a cheap fee. That if now we sold him, it would be a massive fee. 2-0 up in the first half again, and it's unbelievable. I mean, we just really saw it out till half time. 2-0 in the lead, and it was unbelievable. I mean, it was brilliant. It was a brilliant first half to be 2-0 up at half time. But as a Leicester fan, you're never safe. You're never comfortable. We go out in the second half. We looked really slow, getting back into the game again. And to be honest, we were poor the whole second half. We just really holding on, and people like Belouane, Kante and Fuchs coming on, it really helped this team defensively. I mean, Kante's tackling was what we all hoped it would be when we signed him. I mean, it was talked about how good he was at tackling, and it really showed him that second half when he came on. But anyway, we did concede a goal. Payet getting the goal. Quite an easy finish for Payet in the end after a good bit of work from him. He was their standout player again, more than any of them. The only one who kind of made an impact on our defence. But Hoof and Morgan really looked solid again. I mean, we only conceded a 1 away to West Ham. I mean, to win away to West Ham, what was it, once in 28 attempts against West Ham at Upton Park before this, it's just a brilliant feeling to beat them. And to have beaten them in such a manner where we had to hold on. It was different to last week. We had to hold on. We played a completely different style of football, and we still got the result we were after. And to be honest, I think this is a performance Ranieri will be prouder of, from the 4-2. I mean, we saw today Sunderland got smashed again by Norwich at home. So that result now looks like a team that a lot of people will get results against. But today, I mean, West Ham coming off a massive win against Arsenal. We go to their place, they're massive on confidence, and to beat them, it is astounding. And to hold out that second half when they were bombarding us with pressure looks brilliant. Right at the end, Adrian got sent off, their goalkeeper coming up for a corner, karate kicks Vardy, it's a straight red right there in the chest. Straight red card, he's off. West Ham use all their substitutions. Jenkinson goes in goal for the last minute, but it's all irrelevant by that point. The game's over. The game's well over. Leicester have wrapped up the points. The whistle blows, and eventually you can stop biting your fingernails, sweating on your head. It's over. We've won. And a feeling that we never really get to say. We won in London. We won in the capital, Leicester City, eh? What a feeling. Like I said, this puts us back on top of the table now. A situation I think that's more important is that we're 5 points better off than we were at this stage last season now. I mean, we obviously drew with Everton and we lost to Chelsea first two games last season, and we've won on both this season, so we're 5 points better off than we were at this stage last season. So to have already be on 6 points after two games for a team like Leicester, we're already 6 points ahead of Sunderland, who, let's be honest, relegation's still the number one aim. We're 6 points ahead of them. We're 6 points ahead of other teams with 5 points, 4 points ahead of all the people around us who, at the end of the day, will be battling for relegation. I mean, Watford on 2 with 4 points clear of them, etc., etc. If Bournemouth lose, we're 6 points ahead of them against Liverpool. So it's just a massive situation to be in, 5 points clear. It's like people talking about if Chelsea and Man City result goes certain ways, one of them could be, Man City could be 5 points clear of Chelsea, and that could be a massive result to get them 5 points clear. So for us, this is a huge result, a huge result. West Ham, I think they'll be disappointed. I mean, just because they started the game so well, they should have got a goal early on. Because that goal didn't come, they really didn't settle into the game. They looked shocked when we scored, as if it wasn't meant to happen. It wasn't in the script after beating Arsenal away from him. Reece Oxford looked completely out of place in a game where he had no time on the ball. He had time on the ball to pass, and his passing looked very poor. But when he actually was trying to win the ball, it wasn't like Arsenal. We were much more physical than people like Cazorla and Ozil, and it really saw the side of him that West Ham fans wouldn't have wanted to see. He looked weak and poor and like a 16-year-old boy this week, unlike he did last week. Again, Payet was a standout, the star again, as I think he will be their whole season from that. I'm sure he'll leave by the end of the season. But back to Leicester, it was just a great performance. Everyone really played well. Everyone put such effort in. I mean, Delat had to get subbed off because he put so much effort in, and that really epitomises what this Leicester team is about. Ranieri now surely can have no doubters. I mean, we've won 2 games, one at home, one away from home, against West Ham where we never win, playing a completely different style of football. He didn't tinker, he played the same squad, and he's got to now have had the confidence of the fans. We have to believe in him because he is better than Nigel Pearson in my eyes now. He's done more than Pearson did. He's got us off to a better start, and he's plays much better football. I feel more comfortable with Ranieri than I did with Pearson, which is saying something, because at times I did feel comfortable with Pearson. For player ratings, I'm going to give Schmeichel 6, Delat 7 just for work rate, Morgan and Hoof 7 purely for holding out in that second half, Schlupp 6.5, and then Mahrez I'm going to give a 7 just for getting a goal. Drinkwater in the middle I'm going to give a 7, another really good performance from him. The King 7.5, his work rate today was outstanding. Albrighton a 6, and Vardy and Okazaki both 7s just for work rate again. Maybe Okazaki 7.5 just for the goal. And then coming off the bench, Kante, I'm going to give him a 7 because he looked like the player we bought. Ben Lawane and Foot, I can't really rate them because they weren't on long enough. But what a performance. We're top of the league. You can screenshot it again. It wasn't a dream last weekend. It's happened again. We're top of the table as Leicester City. But more importantly, we've got maximum points. We haven't dropped a point yet. And in a relegation battle, when you think about it, there's 40 points to keep you safe, and we only need 34 more points now. We have 2 wins under the belt. And the thing is, we looked good. We played a completely different way, and we still won the game. So it shows we're adaptable. If Inler comes in now, which hopefully he will, I think that's going to add another dimension into that midfield. But King and Drinkwater look so much more comfortable under Ranieri than they did under Pearson. There's just such growth from the team, and I'm so excited because we've won again today. It's just an amazing feeling when you start a season this well, and now people will really start believing that we can do what Southampton did last season and surprise people and shock people, and it is happening. I mean, West Ham will have had it as a nailed-on win today. Thank you, Paul Merson. Thank you, Paul Merson, for saying we would win. He sticks by Leicester, he always does, and he did it again today, and it happened. That one's for you, Paul. But again, what a brilliant display. Adjectives can't describe the game. It was outstanding, it was astounding, it was just unbelievable in all quarters, and we go away from London with 3 points under our belt, 6 points in total in the league, and it's just a great position to be in. For the standout player, my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Okazaki purely for the goal and the work rate. I thought was outstanding. There are a few people who could have had it. Schmeichel for one of his saves he made right at the end to Saka when we were 2-1 up. Real instinct save, but made it, and it was just moments like that in games that win you games when it comes down to it. And Mahrez winning free kicks when he needed to, just to relieve that pressure, was just awesome. So just an amazing performance. Really now, in Claudio we trust, we have to, because he's got us results. He's shown us what he can do as a manager. He's shown us how brilliant he can be as a manager, and that is what's important in the Premier League, to believe in a manager. The players obviously believe in the philosophy he's put in. The fans now believe in his philosophy, and the whole club has a brilliant feeling about it. We've pushed on from last season. Think about last season at West Ham. Konchesky was awful and gave that goal away, and then Downing scored that wonder goal, and it was because he cut in, our defence dropped so deep, and we just looked poor, and the midfield was poor that day, and we created nothing. I remember we created nothing, and we did today. People like Kramaric, I remember saying he was going to start this season, and he just won't get a game if Okazaki carries on like this, and that's a great dilemma to have. David Nugent wouldn't have got a look in, so I have to talk about him quickly. I was never a fan, but I know a lot of you were, and he played a lot of games for Leicester, so I hope he does succeed now. He's at Middlesbrough. But yeah, he'd never have got a look in this team. He's not up to the standard that Okazaki is, and Vardy seems to thrive playing with Okazaki, both of them just harrying around. West Ham, I'll just quickly touch on them to end with. I think they'll still have a good season, and I think that's why this is such a good result, because I still think they'll have a good season. But they didn't create enough chances again. They didn't create enough chances last week, and they didn't create enough chances today of real goal-scoring chances. Payet is their massive player. If he gets injured, they'll really, really struggle. Zarate looked poor today. A few of them looked poor, but without Payet, they'd be half a team. That's all for this review. What a win. What a season this is going to be if it turns out and keeps this way. Please leave your comments below saying what you thought about the game. Please like the video because Leicester won. We beat West Ham. It never happens. Like the video and subscribe to me for uploads daily about Leicester City and all of the Premier League. I'll see you in the next one. Come on, City.